Welcome back once again to howtocookgreatfood.com. If you haven't already, please click that button, subscribe to our channel and join the family. On the menu today, and as you can see here, I've had loads of emails about this and I thought I'd done it a long time ago. I hadn't. We're just going to make a really simple creamed spinach. Several ways of doing it. I'm using a fresh spinach with all these nice little stalks in. You could be using fresh spinach, frozen spinach, or even canned or tinned spinach. We've got some cream. Again, the cream doesn't matter what you use. You can even use milk and cheese. I'll explain that a bit later on. Beautiful as a little side, you know. Or if you wanted, you could then get some chicken, put, fried chicken and put that on the top, or a nice kind of salmon fillet with a crispy skin, and that can go on the top of that as you're serving it. Either way you want it, beautiful. Let's go and do it. Okay, let's take a look at the ingredients we're going to be using for this very simple creamed spinach. As you can see, I've got some spinach there, fresh spinach, which I've washed and chopped. Now my spinach has got some stalks and that in it, which I'm quite happy about. You could be just using, baby spinach leaves or something. Now you can also do this with frozen spinach or tinned spinach. It's up to you. So we've got a little bit of onion, salt, pepper, oregano, and some chopped garlic. Now my garlic is fairly chunky slices. You could chop it much smaller if you want. We've got a touch of cream here. You can be using any cream you want. You can be using heavy, single, doesn't matter at all. We're going to start this off with a little touch of butter and some olive oil. Very simple. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cook my spinach. If you had tinned spinach, you could just drain that off, press it out, get the liquid out of it. If you had frozen spinach, the same. You don't need to cook it, it's already cooked. Also, if you were using just the baby leaves, you wouldn't have to do this part because they're very delicate anyway. So as you can see, I've got a really small amount of water in there. You don't need too much water. We're going to get our spinach in there. And like I said, the reason we're doing this process is because I've got these stalks in, which I love. I don't want to throw them away. I like them. Now always wash your spinach really well, your fresh spinach, because it's one of the vegetables that has a lot of dirt on it, grit and little bits of stone and whatever. Give it a nice wash. Okay, heat's going to go on. Tiny amount of water, and the reason we only put a tiny amount is because we're going to get moisture from the spinach itself anyway. We're going to pop a lid on that. I'll be back here in about 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, let's turn the heat off and jump in. Lots of steam, so let me get that out of the way for you. So there you go, bit of moisture there, and that's kind of cooked nicely. Okay, well, what we want to do now is set that aside and come back with this same pan. Okay, so a few little bits of spinach there, don't worry about that. What we're going to do now is drop in some butter, a nice healthy piece of butter, and a little touch of olive oil in there. Now the reason you put the olive oil in, or an oil, is it will prevent the butter from burning. So as that melts, really simply, we're going to go in with our garlic. Like I say, I've sliced mine quite chunky. You can chop it if you want. We're going to put in that oregano, some salt and some pepper to taste, some onions. I'm using a red, as you can see, and you don't need loads of onion, just a little bit. And then I'm going to cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes, stirring pretty much all the time. So we're just getting a nice bit of colour. We've got some wonderful flavours happening there. Now we're going to introduce the spinach. There's my spinach. Now what I've just done is I've just drained any water off of it, just gave it a squeeze. And in she goes. Now for like 3 or 4 minutes, let's just throw the spinach around in our butter, onion, garlic mix. Wonderful, very simple. We're now just going to add some cream. You can add as much as you want. Make it as creamy as you like. That's like 1/4 cup maybe for this amount. Now if you wanted to keep this vegan, you could be using just a regular oil at the beginning, just olive oil. Get rid of the butter. And you could use coconut milk. Takes it in a completely different direction, but It's doable. You can also do this if you want with some milk. You can use milk and cream cheese like a Philadelphia. The combination of those two is fine. And some people will add some parmesan to this. I'm not going to. And that's it. We're going to cook this just for about another 2 minutes max, really. Stirring now. We're done with a really simple cream spinach. I'll see you at the table. And that's it. Super easy. Hope that's helped some of you. I've had quite a few emails about this, like I say. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Please do click that bell icon below. We will see you soon. Lots of love.